Hello once again, Gemini, and Happy New Year is in order. I'm going to be reading from my notes today because I've got a lot to get through regarding the general overview for 2019. And for those of you born under the sign of the Twins, 2019 is going to be a significantly important year for personal transformation, relationships, and finance. It pretty much covers everything, really, doesn't it? With a strong conjunction of no less than 4 planets in your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy and personal insight. Handling these planetary energies ensures that you come out the other end with a great deal of wisdom, relationship understanding, and of course you want personal satisfaction. Now, greater responsibility is going to be required while Saturn's moving through this 8th house. And this has reference to the karma in your relationships, would you believe? You've got to be more accountable for the way you use or even supply resources to your partners this year. That's relationships and business. The great thing is that Jupiter transits your 7th house of marriage and partnerships for most of the year, and communicative Mercury is also present in this area during the first days of the new year. So you're more than likely to have equitable discussions, and these set the trend for the rest of 2019. But this is a transformative year is also shown by the very slow and assiduous Pluto moving through this very same area. With the conjunction of Saturn, it refers to events, circumstances, or for that matter, emotions that you don't seem to have a great deal of control over. Now, because of that, you've got to learn the art of resilience. There'll be moments where you'll be challenged to simply roll with the punches. You know, for some time now, you've been dreaming about what it is you want to do in your professional life. Have you figured that out yet? Because Neptune's transit in the upper part of your horoscope is also a slow-moving influence, and that can take years to shape your ideas. It's a double-edged sword. Why? Because while it gives you the most incredible visionary insights into your work, it may leave you somewhat helpless in making those dreams a reality. It can sometimes paralyze you. It can give you too many options. So being practical in 2019 is therefore very much a key factor in your success. Finance and money are particularly highlighted with so many planets in that 8th house. More importantly, the karmic nodes are transiting your 2nd and 8th house. And this has a lot to say about the way you value money, how you use it, and what your thoughts about it are. The North Node in particular, transiting through your zone of personal income and material values, really does shake things up. You may be required to rethink your financial strategies and to gain a greater insight into the true nature of success. What does it really mean to be successful? Is it having a pile of money or finding something within yourself? At the end of the day, you'll come to understand that simply having more money isn't really the key to greater happiness. It's one aspect of it. If you've been working, for example, in a dead-end job, some of the influences give you the extraordinary courage to finally start walking the path you believe that you should. This will be based upon a wholly different criteria altogether. And what are those criteria? What is it that makes you happy? That's the criteria. What activity or work really resonates with your heart and gives you the opportunity to create your best work? That must be balanced against your need or desire for greater and greater income. Now, friendships have undergone some significant, if not radical, changes in the last few years as well. This is because of the erratic influence of Uranus in your 11th house of social activity and lifelong aspirations. This may have brought you into a new circle of friends, and you'll continue to explore these aspects of your life, at least for the first few months of the year. Earlier in 2017, Uranus made a stunning entrance into Taurus, your 12th house of karma and past life activities. It will transit back into this position and begins the year in retrograde motion. As a result, you need to firmly understand the nature of your relationships with friends. There may be several old scores to settle. Make absolutely certain that the peer group you're choosing to explore your social needs with lives up to the standards that you expect, though. That's an important point, I think, that must be made. There can be incredible insights into your own past experiences as the 12th house relates to many things which are hidden. The more you sweep emotional issues, especially past issues, under the rug, the greater the tension. You therefore must accept your past and look at things in an honest light. It's only through an attitude of straightforward acceptance that you'll be able to resolve anything that's been swirling around in your unconscious mind for way too long, right? The 12th house transit, I'm focusing a lot on this 12th house. It's very, very important. It's important in that it triggers your interest in foreign affairs, unusual cultures, and it prods you to make several journeys in the coming years. As I mentioned earlier, this has an important karmic implication. There may be some desire to return to some old place in your life where you had a lot of fond memories. Some of you may venture to travel to a distant place for the purpose of re-establishing yourself and creating a whole new life completely. In any case, excellent partnerships are also shown by the transit of Jupiter in your 7th house. With this influence, you're able to improve your relations with the general public. That's just anyone you come in contact with, business partners, and most importantly, your chosen spouse or lover, your soulmate. For those of you who happen to be single, this ensures that the people you connect with are of a good caliber, with a generous disposition, and they nurture similar spiritual ideals to you. This could also be a period where you do meet your soulmate if you haven't been fortunate enough yet. One thing that should be noted too, however, is that you mustn't overestimate things, and that's the action of Jupiter. It tends to inflate things, particularly when we're talking about relationships in that early stage of newfound love. As the year commences, the transit of Venus in your 6th house shows that you'll be interested in developing a more unconditional approach to your love life. The 6th house is strongly connected with the role of service in developing a more sort of other person's needs attitude, giving them a lift rather than thinking about what you're going to get out of the situation. This also relates to working with your partner and the capacity of serving them in some areas that they may not have the skills that you possess. So it's a lot about sharing. In any case, with this and an open heart, you can draw them nearer to you and in turn, of course, focus on common goals, which is going to cement your love and improve the relationship overall. So that's just the introduction for 2019. I've written a lot more on this, Gemini. If you'd like to visit my site, that's the astrology.com.au site. I've written a whole lot on your romance and friendship, additionally to what I've just said, the finance and career aspects of your life, and luck, karma, and spirituality for those of you that are interested. It's all there, astrology.com.au. Again, have a safe and happy new year, and I look forward to your company in February. Bye-bye for now.